Aloha my kākou and welcome to my channel. So my previous video was me opening an Ipsy bag and this was the look that I had. It is a very dramatic cut crease. I'll link it down below. If you want to learn how to get this look, then keep watching. Hey guys, so first I'm priming my eyes with Urban Decay's Primer Potion. It's the only eye primer I have, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Then I'm going straight to the lids with my W7 Natural Nudes palette using the lightest shade, Wigwam, to set the primer all over, and then use the shade Autumn, a dull brown, right into the crease using my e.l.f. crease brush. Since this is a cut crease look, I focus most of these darker colors onto the crease only and adding the colors to build up the shadows so it contrasts really well with the lid color. I use a windshield wiper motion from the beginning to the end of my crease and really pack this color as a transition color into the darker shades I'll be using next. The W7 palette I have is perfect for transition and crease shades if you're interested in getting it. I believe it was only less than $5 on Amazon, which is pretty amazing. I'll also have a link of it below if you want to check it out. Then I'm taking the shade Andrea and basically applying it over the previous color and onto my crease line only. For monolid eyes, going above your natural crease line is perfectly okay, which is kind of what I'm doing. And I'm making sure to keep adding the shade until I think it's dark enough for the look I'm trying to achieve. I want my lids to shine and sparkle, so I'm using my Urban Decay Almay palette, and using the brush that it came with, I take the shade Polyester Bride, a pearly white color with a little bit of glitter, and dab it gently all over my lid, making sure not to go too high above my crease. I want this color to be really intense, so I just keep building it up and adding it onto my lid until I feel it's close to perfect. When I know I'm going to be using sparkly shades from this palette, sometimes I do my eye makeup first before adding foundation or concealer because the fallout is really tough to get rid of, especially for me. I friggin' hate it so much. They become part of my skin after a while, to be honest. Using a blending brush, I take the matte black shade from my bareMinerals palette called Black Tie Optional and apply it lightly onto my crease and blending all the colors together so it looks like a natural airbrush finish above the lid. I keep adding a little amount on the brush and blending heavily upwards towards my eyebrows. I'm also adding a little bit of that shade to the outer V corner of my eyes just so I can connect the crease shade to the end of my eyelids. Again, I'm going over my crease and blending it in a left to right motion to buff out the color and make it look less dense in the crease area. I then take a makeup remover sheet to wipe away any mistakes I might have made, then go back with the blending brush to soften the edges. Then of course I'm going back to the lid to reapply its intensity and again blending the crease to make it look smoother. I go back to the first shade I used to highlight the brow bone and blend downwards. Then I realized my brows got a little fucked during this whole process, so I'm touching it up using the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit in the shade Medium. I didn't get a good shot of the product, but I'm using the Sephora gel liner in the shade Rio Nights, and it's drying out so bad, as you can tell when I'm applying it to create my winged liner. So if you have any tips or tricks on how to fix it, please comment below. There's still a ton of gel left and I don't want to waste it because it was hella expensive. So you can see here I'm just creating a good old-fashioned winged liner. I don't go as far in as the inner corners, not really sure why, but I just don't. You can if you want to though. I'm not stopping ya. I start my winged liner really low, close to the eyelashes, then keep adding on top to create the desired shape and size. After I get a decent look, I go over the gel liner with liquid liner. I'm using my Almay liquid liner in black, which is super old. I actually either received it or stole it from my mother way back when I started using makeup. I use this to go over the gel liner and make sure it stays in place. Then I'm using it to make more precise lines. Also, it dries on matte and it's actually really easy to use, although the tip isn't too thin. Before I finish the eyes, I wipe the glitter and fallout from my face with a makeup remover sheet. I'm also sharpening the edges of my eyeliner for a more cat eye effect. I completely forgot to add one more eyeshadow color to the center of my lid, which is Maui Wowie, and here I am desperately trying to add it here even though I already added my eyeliner. So of course I'm cleaning it up and blending the crease shades again and going over my eyeliner once more with my liquid liner. And I'm using the makeup remover sheet again to make the eyeliner even more sharp. For my face, I'm dabbing the e.l.f. BB cream on and using a makeup sponge to blend it out. Of course, don't forget to dampen it or else the sponge is pretty much useless. I look like I'm pounding that thing to my face because the truth is, I am. That sponge is pretty dense and not as springy as the regular beauty blender. Using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, of course in a shade 1,000 times too light for me, and using that underneath my eyes, and also using it to highlight the bridge of my nose, my forehead center, above my lips, and on my chin. Then I blend it out with a sponge. I set my entire face with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Listen, if you have oily skin, this is your savior. I'm not kidding around. To finish the eyes, I'm going back to the shade Andrea for the outer corners of my lower lash line, and I lost the footage, but for my inner corners I used Maui Wowie and dragged the color to the lower lash line to meet with the darker shade and blended it out. Then I'm using the 5th shade in my matte blush palette to bronze up my face, which, you know, gets really mayonnaise-y white when I'm using all the wrong shades for my face. But like I mentioned before, my birthday is coming up in the middle of September, and I will link my Amazon beauty wish list down below if any of you feel generous enough to help your girl out in getting new makeup and in the right shades. So yeah, check it out if you wanna. I'd really appreciate it. So after I bronze my face and contour my nose a little bit, I decide to top it off with the Tarte Amazonian Clay in the shade Park Ave Princess to give myself a little bit of a glow on the high points of my cheeks, nose, and chin. For lips, I'm using my NYC City Proof Twistable Crayon for a light pinky nude color just to moisturize my lips and add some shine to them. After that, I'm curling my lashes to get it ready for my falsies, which is the natural ones from e.l.f. and adding mascara to join my real lashes with the fake ones, and also on my lower lashes. I spray my face with the e.l.f. setting spray, and I've completed my dramatic cut crease look. Mahalo nui loa as always for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in a later one. Shoots!
Oh, you little country. You think I'm alone when everyone's around.